Hello everyone who likes cats, especially very meta-breaking cats. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths, Weird and Wonderful. And we're finally getting to the end, well, we have gotten to the end of our recent marathon sprint to catch up with all the weird and wonderfuls I have been putting off unreasonably. So we finally get to end on a meta-gamer note. With the Kitty Brick Casley by Cow So Cool 37. So, reading from the workshop, the gist of this is, well, you're a kitty, meow, but also extremely versatile and cost-effective Frontsider, nearly unbeatable in equal cost combat with any opponent. Casley is basically a culmination of all the most meta stuff I've seen over the past few years. So, they're not kidding. I have combat tested this thing a bit, and the claim that facing opponents of equal cost, it will pretty much beat any of them, I'm inclined to believe that because I tested this against the BBS 5th season, actually. So, if you don't remember what that is, that's this fella. Ages ago, I did a Weird and Wonderful on this guy, and it still holds up pretty well, actually. This is by Bungalow Bill, which, by the way, has a YouTube channel, and I keep forgetting to shout that out. Bungalow Bill, unlike me, is actually properly good at From the Depths, and the 5th season, I think still is a very, very well-designed ship. It certainly is better than most things I've ever built. But I tested the Kitty Brick Casley against it, and of course, one-on-one, the 5th season absolutely shreds it, because the 5th season is about 1.4 million materials worth of battleship, and the Kitty Brick Casley is just under 130,000 materials. So, the 5th season is literally 10 times as big and expensive as the Kitty Brick. So I spawned in 10 Kitty Bricks, and the 5th season actually ran out of materials before it could kill them all. Meanwhile, most of the Kitty Bricks were still flying. So, I'm inclined to believe Cow So Cool when they say that this thing, like, pound for pound, is probably capable of taking on anything. I tested against some Scarlet Dawn designs and stuff like that. I tested against one of my designs, and yeah, Kitty Brick won every time. So let's break down why this thing is such a meta brick, because it really is a meta brick. First off, in order to really get into the guts of it, like, it is actually quite pretty. There's a delightful kitty face on the front. There's lots of deco on this thing, I should mention. So it's got like over 1,000, which isn't actually that much, actually, all things considered. But it's got lots of them. It's got a cool propeller on the back there. It's got a, well, let's start from the front with the meta nonsense. So you'll notice there's some kind of weird glass thing here. That's not actually glass. So this is the Shield Mark V, and it has 100 decorations and mimics, and that's because it's actually a meta lump of heavy armor and wood. So this is something that, what the hell was it called? Let's go see quickly. This is something that, yes, the Gravitas does this. These are a sub-vehicle shields, which is really very annoyingly meta and broken, because it means you can repair extremely quickly using repair tentacles, and this thing has repair tentacles in the back of it. But before I do that, I'm going to remove all the deco, and you'll see that, like, it doesn't really look that much different. It just kind of, I don't know, it's a thing, definitely. I think the turret actually changes for the most part. But let's shrink the blocks here. So, you've got, weirdly enough, not wedge spam here. Not really. So we've got some, what do we got here? We got some truss blocks, which is essentially, I think really what truss blocks are is kind of like a middle finger to, like, explosives, because if a round hits here, it explodes, and it somehow manages to pierce through there. This is a very cheap and nasty way of just taking the edge off an explosive round, because 30 armor is plenty enough to, like, stop an explosive, or at least mitigate it. And then it's got a layer of alloy, which isn't the best armor, but, like, you know, it does fine if it doesn't get shot at too much. Then heavy armor, of course, and then heavy armor beam slopes, which are very much a meta thing. And then a very curious thing, and I feel like an idiot for not, like, remembering this, wide drill bits. People have told me before that these have absolutely stupidly good amounts of health and armor, for their cost. So let's think about this for a second. So this is a 5x5 block with about 30,000 health and 60 armor. So a 4x1 block of heavy armor costs, I don't know, it's about 10 heavy armor beams, I guess. But just way more health in one place. So that's times 5. Is this times 5? Actually, no. It works out to be. Does work out to be more expensive than, like, I guess the same health of heavy armor. But I guess it's more compact. I haven't done the math on that. I apologize. But it's just like, you know, this is a kind of a counter towards like very heavily like piercing. Well, kinetic shells, basically. Big railgun shells, things that do a lot of kinetic damage. A single block with a lot more health does better than multiple layers with less health, because effectively is less to repair. And this thing is a bit of a repair monster, because we'll probably see it at some point. Where's the block counter? There, it has a whole 11 repair bots. Where are you? Hello. 11, right there, which on something this size, it's only about 2,500 blocks. It means it actually repairs pretty quickly, assuming it doesn't get hit somewhere particularly squishy. And then moving further back, we've got, of course, custom jets. Custom jets tend to feature prominently in the air. We've got some surge protectors. There's a hologram projector, that's nice. Here is the sub-vehicle spawner and the tractor beam for the shield in the front. And now, on the side, the armor is quite modest. There's slopes as air gap filler, and metal, so we could probably make the blocks vanish entirely. And rubber slopes, save on volume. This is where the real magic of the thing right here is. All this AI stuff, it has... What is this? That's got a chaff emitter? Alright, I didn't actually know that. What is this? Sensor scrambler ECM, of course it does. It's got a little laser transceiver there. Actually kind of clever to hide that in the AI compartment. I need to do that more often. This thing has, like, scary amounts of breadboard. So, right here, and thank goodness that, like, Cool, thank you from the bottom of my canoe-addicted heart to actually color the breadboard and the lure box, we'll get to that, in bright purple so they're easier to see. I have a hell of a time trying to find bread and fancy bits of craft when people don't color them. So anyway, the bread is an absolute nightmare of text. I have literally no idea how this works, but I do know what it does. This breadboard, in combination with the lure block back there, allows the particle cannon to switch its damage type depending on what damage type does more damage. So that's one of the main draws of this, and I'll read directly on the workshop. Basically, the pack is controlled by self-learning AI. A very simple one, I'm guessing, but that is basically the gist of it. So, activate complex control. Alright, so I think the particle cannon over there is controlled by custom controls. I think. Maybe, maybe not. Here's another bread. Alright, so here is a whole bunch of stuff. No idea. I think this is controlling the lasers. At least that's what I think it is. I think that's the one we're looking at. I'm not sure. Alright, so that's annotation. Alright, so that's annotation purposes. This thing really does run almost completely on bread, by the way. What else can we look at here? The lure block is what we should look at. I don't know lure very well, but this is a pretty small block of code for what this does. Hold fire if pack gets damaged. Get target of main AI. Aim point. Aim and fire pack. I believe. I'm not sure. I can't really read this. I don't understand what this is saying. Those of you who do know Lua probably could extrapolate. But yeah, that's from what I understand is that, like, just looking at the comments here, tries 3 different pack modes and keeps using the one that does the most damage. That's basically what it does. The objective is simple, but getting it to do that requires Lua, and I don't even know. So I'm going to hop onto the particle again because I think... Nope, it does not do... What's that? Oh, connection start. Right. So this is a vertical pack lens. It's currently set. It's not controlled by AI. So that's the interesting bit. It's controlled by Lua. Not AI at all, which is very interesting. I didn't know that. Yep, not controlled by AI. It's literally just controlled by Lua. Interesting. Fascinating. You can actually... If you know Lua in From the Depths, you actually, like, can skip over a whole bunch of stuff. And also, I really need to get the hang of large turbines like this, because whenever I need electricity, I just kind of fumble it. I was building a plasma cannon the other day. It was too big, and I had to readjust my expectations. Or rather, I should just get used to, like, having internal compartments which are at least 5 by 5 meters in size, so I can fit things in it, damn it. So what do we got here? We have delicious... What am I looking at here? Alright, so this appears to be... Alright, so this is a proper turbocharger engine. So let's see here. What's happening here? Where are you venting to? Right, you're venting outside like a good engine. It looks like... Alright, so it's not super... Whatchamacallit? It's not really full nuts on using turbos for maximum efficiency. It's just kind of... What is it kind of doing? Yeah, it's just kind of threading through, I guess. Alright, and moving on here, we've got a nice big laser, which only fires, judging by the Lua blocks and the breadboard we've seen before, it only fires when it's at, like, max charge. So really, we should spawn something in here to test that, but also there's more truss blocks back here. We've got a propeller hub, which is what this thing uses to move back and forth. And then last but not least, what we've got here is a radar and heat decoy, and when missiles get close to this, it actually swings its tail around all willy-nilly. So yeah, we should spawn in the actual thing and then sit on it, and then I'm just going to chuck it against a crossbow, because the flight pattern for this, let's see, point at, maintain distance. I think most of this is just, most of this movement is actually controlled by Bread and Lua. So what is this? This is about 130,000 materials. Let's spawn it against, oh, I don't know, a White Flayers thing. What is 130,000 materials? Let's spawn it against a Thunderbird and see what happens. Kablooey. Also, I think one of the advantages of, like, using Lua and Bread to guide the pack rather than anything else is because it basically doesn't need detection. In fact, I think this thing doesn't have detection at all, really. Unless I'm missing something. Hold on a minute. Oh, I'm hearing sizzles. Nope, it has... Alright, it has 4 trackers, and that's about it. Let's see here. So you'll see... Hold on, let's turn that off. It's going sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. But I believe the repair tentacles are going absolutely nuts. Go zap, zap, zap. And yeah, things got confused. Absolute river of blocks falling off this, but it doesn't matter because... Actually, I wonder if the Thunderbird will be able to take it. Like, this kind of flyer tends to do well against Frontsiders, but, you know... Ah, you can see there, you can see the tail just kind of waving around. What did that do? That did about 13k pack damage. Let's see how you're doing. 98% health. You can see here that... Yep. Whee! Let's see this. The kitty brick itself, 100% health. Doing absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. Repair tentacles going absolutely crazy. It doesn't like... Hold on, what did that do? 8.7k. Let's see what the particle cannon is set to. Lua has set it to be... What's it set to be? It's currently set to piercing. Wait, armor class boosted from 40... This thing has ring shields? Where? Where does this have ring shields? Where are your ring shields, sir? What madness is this? How dare you have ring shields? Heresy, I say. Interesting. Interesting. Hold on a minute. How's the Thunderbird doing? 97%. It is a little bit unfair for, to use something like this against campaign designs because it's using, well, repair bots and lure and stuff like that, and stuff that faction design craft are not meant to use at all. Oh wow, that did the trick. It switched to thump, and that really, yeah, it's AI dead immediately. See what I mean? This thing switches damage types until it finds one that really does the trick. Let's just click around like so. That's another thing that I can do. Let's bully one of my old craft. Like, definitely... You know what I want to try, actually, just for giggles? I want to try chucking this thing against the Great Filter and see what happens. So let's go here. Let's go to the custom battle. And we're going to load... What are we going to do? Standard fight setup. We're going to do 500 meters apart. We're going to be... Kitty Brick, and let's go find the Great Filter. I don't remember where it is. I think it's down in T. The Great Filter. Yep, there we go. So this, we'll start with 10 of these guys against the Great Filter. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. Probably, like this thing reminds me of the Great Filter a lot. It's not by the same person. I forget who made the Great Filter. But, very similar vibe. I think that's on purpose. What is that? We want 1, 2, 3, 22 vehicles. I think that was 11 blueprints. Whoops. Alright, that's about... Alright, let's go for 20. Let's just go for 20. That's that, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Whoop. Oh, no, perfect. And how many blueprints per row? Let's do 10 blueprints per row, 500, 500. And my money is actually on the Great Filter for this, but you know what? We'll have to see. Let's see if which lure nonsense is more, like, efficient. And let's just go here. Whoops, I might as well just go here. Altitude, let's start everyone in at 200 meters. And let's just have a go here. Let's see which lure nonsense will work. I should do a lure tournament. And then not, like, actually, no, I shouldn't, because I don't know how to, like, read or write lure. I am software incompatible with it, so that probably won't accomplish anything. Please don't melt my PC. I just got it, looking exactly the way I... My goodness, alright. Alright, now we're loaded in. So here's the Great Filter, and I hope everyone appreciates that this is a great big meta brick. And there's 20 cats. Go for it. Right, immediately. Right, so the Great Filter also has railguns. Means it's got a little bit of extra firepower. And also can just delete these guys immediately. That is a lot of damage. Holy crap. Yeah, nope. I think the Great Filter might lose this one. Holy crap. How did that happen? I think... Oh, yeah, right. Great Filter was developed before the fire changes, which means that it was built at a time where boilers did not explode. That was one of the main changes that happened there. So how fast does the Great Filter repair? It doesn't repair, actually. Whee! Health-wise, pretty even fight, though, actually. Let's follow railguns to their destination. Whee! Kablooey. That's a lot of cats. That's a lot of cat... one of the things that makes this such a perfect little meta vehicle is that stupid cat face on it. Boy, it's just because it's like, hee hee, you can't beat me. I'm using all the dirty tricks. I mean, I guess it's not using, like, you know, spin block clipping or something like that. Oh no, a pack of them is even worse because of the repair tentacles. Oh no. Yeah, I think, yeah, a swarm of, like, little kitty bricks. I think that'll do it nicely. Let's try and follow all the way back to here. Let's see how the filter's doing. Can you please stop outrunning the camera, though? That would be super cool of you. Right, this will last until probably the Great Filter falls out of the sky. Come on. Okay, I need you to... we need to get over there better. I think, yeah, the Great Filter also repairs really quickly. Not sure how quickly, though. Yeah, I think it does repair quickly. I'm pretty sure that, let's see, are those railguns hitting? They are, actually. Whee! Holy bananas, yeah. That's a lot of damage. And once again, fire is triggered. Yeah, if you're patient enough, just, you know, a 60-second charge pack can, like, blow holes through pretty much anything. Which is freaky, freaky. But I think it does work better if you get, like, Lua and Breadboard to actually aim the particle cannon. Because the AI might be too stupid to do it itself. You know, just maybe. Do 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 do. Are you lot gonna fire again ever? This is very laggy. Did that do anything? Hang on. Are you repairing? Yep, this is... oh my gods. This is why people don't like meta bricks, is because it takes too long for them to fight. Oh boy. Let's go hang out on the kitty bricks again. Hey, kitty bricks. Oh no! Whee! I didn't really cover the lasers, did I? Oh no. It's a stalemate. It's a deadlock. I think the kitty bricks... you know what? I'm going to fast forward at this point, and we'll just see who wins. Which meta brick? The big one or the small one? Roughly cost equivalent. Let's see what happens. And the Great Filter has just run out of materials again, so... I guess that's the advantage of having a whole bunch of smaller, efficient little meta bricks as opposed to one really big, expensive one. That is impressive. Well, Cow So Cool? I think this kind of proves it. Like, the kitty brick can... beat pretty much anything I can think of, cost equivalent wise. Let's see what happens here. It's actually, whoa, this thing's actually floating. I think, yeah, it is made out of a lot of alloy, so it would float, wouldn't it? But not for long. It's gonna go tits up any second now, and yeah, completely out of materials, completely unable to fight back. That's a win. Looks like the, oh, that's just rude. The way it's just kind of hovering. This is horrifying. So many little kitty cats. Wow, it also switches in between like continuous and like 0Q. That's impressive. I didn't know you could do that. Also, the cats are making love. There's going to be more of them. Well, that does it for this weird and wonderful Deacon's Christmas. We're ending on a meta note. My goodness. Screenshot! Oh, that adorable little murderer's face. So, holy crap, thank you, CowSoCool37 for putting this up on the workshop. It's something to aspire to. Or not, depending on your preferences and From the Depths. I am pleased to say that this will absolutely make a lot of people very angry trying to beat it. Probably me. And thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. And there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters. Please check out my other channels and my Twitch streams. I stream a lot these days. And I will see you next time in From the Depths. It's like the Great Filter somehow got a whole bunch of materials back, and I'm not sure how it did that. Well, it's still swimming, unfortunately. So, farewell.